Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm Nikhil Jeet from Trav Talk India, and today I'm very excited to be joined by Mr. Deepak Narula from GRN Connect. I will formally be presenting him with the sought after World Travel Leaders Award and discussing reasons for his recognition with him. So, without further ado, I'd like to welcome Mr. Narula.
Thank you, Nikhil. Really appreciate, and it's a privilege to be here today.
Great, Mr. Narula. So before I formally present you with your award, we just thought it's nice to have a quick discussion about the challenges the industry is facing and what you and GRN Connect are doing in the future. So, in your own words, Mr. Narula, how is 2021 looking in terms of intent and bookings?
Nikhil, 2021 is looking very promising actually, and there are a number of reasons. People are talking about revenge travel actually, and we at GRN Connect have seen numbers growing, and these are very promising numbers. We're getting a lot of future bookings actually. Even in current times also, we almost getting growing almost every day. So I think by March 21, we should be very close to pre-COVID level. So 21 is definitely very, very promising for the industry as well as for GRN Connect.
That's very positive to hear. Thank you, Mr. Narula. And what were the main challenges you faced during the height of the pandemic and obviously the lockdown in India?
There were a lot of challenges. First of all, everything went just blank. We were ordered to shut down offices, stay at home, stay safe. All that was going on. Everything was just blank. There was a chaos in the industry. We were where we were actually. The kids were stranded in different parts of the world. There was a total lockdown. Banks became very apprehensive about the trade actually, and they really put the travel trade on the watch list even. Fund recovery became very slow. Suppliers were insisting on payments, and all we could see was just cancellation. Obviously, there were no bookings, but they were just cancellation. We were dealing with cancellations. We were talking to hotels. Hotels were shut down. Everything was just went blank for all of this time.
Difficult times.
Yeah,
so,
really.
On a more sort of positive note, I know you've developed lots of different initiatives in the last 6 to 9 months for the trade and particularly for the agent community to help them bounce back. Was there any one initiative that you are particularly proud of that you would like to share with the community?
Yes, during the lockdown period, we put our head together and started thinking about it. And we did take some initiative to be future ready. We started focusing on technology. We started focusing on product. So whether it was a supply side or UI, UX, etc., optimization, we started working on it, and the team supported a lot. But there was one particular decision which really went in our favor. So instead of suspending the entire sales team, which was left with no work to do, so what we did was we shifted their focus on international market. So all of them we identified about 100 odd markets globally, and we started focusing on those markets. We started reaching out to agents in Europe, China, US, Russia, etc. And this started bearing results for us. And the moment the European markets opened up, we started getting bookings because we were visible. So we got that advantage, and Europe came up with some good bookings for us. Same strategy we applied in US also, as well as in China market. China bounced back very fast, and there were a lot of domestic bookings happening. We got a sizable number of bookings from China. All these agents in these markets, China, Russia, or Europe, or US, they were booking local hotels with us in our system. Today, as a result, I think 90% of our booking comes from these markets only. And all this happened because way back in May or June, we started focusing on international market. So that really helped actually.
Great. And Mr. Narula, I believe you did some initiatives to try and get women as well to work part-time at home, or while they're working from home, to sort of help people with employment through this time. Would you like to discuss that as well?
Women in the travel trade? Definitely we at Urban Travel GRN Connect, we give a lot of importance. Recently, on the last International Women's Day, we appointed one of our senior person as an for a very important role, and we continuously bring fund as well as get these underprivileged girls from some areas in Delhi to work with us for a short period and get them jobs also. We have paid for their fees also in the process. We have a tie with Travel Made Academy, so that's what we've been doing for this cause.
Perfect. So thank you. I think that's very good. And how do you? I mean, I think everyone is on the road to recovery, but what are you planning on in terms of rebuilding and recovering in the trade? And are you innovating in terms of your technology or anything else in the future?
Nikhil, as I mentioned, today's traveler focus is on the regional market, domestic market. So we thought about it and taking a cue from this. What we did, as I mentioned, we identified top 100 markets globally. We started focusing on domestic agents of all these markets. We appointed exclusive partners in most of these markets. We're still in the process of appointing more agents in these markets. And out of these 100, we almost have about exclusive partners in about 70-80 countries, which is a big number for us. So these partners were helping us promote our products in their respective countries. We also launched an AI-enabled white label solution, and we also released a franchisee system where we were bringing non-travel people into this business also. So besides white label and franchisee model, we established some more API integrations, both at the upstream and downstream level. We rolled out apartments and more dynamic packages, India tours. We also integrated Booking.com, which was hard to come by, and we started pay at a hotel option also, so the clients can book on our site and pay at the hotel. And along the way, we got the PCI compliance status done also. So that's what happened on a technology product as well as on a distribution side actually. So all this is going to help us in future for sure.
Perfect. So I think that's a lot of initiatives that you've just discussed. And it's great to hear someone, talking and doing so many different things, including the franchisee model, the international markets, and having a very bullish view of recovery. So that's great.
But to be able to survive in trade, you need to innovate yourself. You need to keep evolving. Otherwise, you just die. That's what happened in this business.
Absolutely, sir. So you talked a little bit about the shift in domestic across the world, in fact. Particularly India, how long do you think the shift will last for? How long do you think people will look only at domestic holidays? And when do you think the expectation of full-fledged international travel will return?
Well, international travel is going to take time because all these bubble agreements are happening for a very short period. And unless there is a proper solution for this vaccine or there is a proper treatment for this disease, it is going to happen soon enough. But hopefully, all these good news coming about vaccine in progress, let's hope it's very likely that we should be over with this by another 6 months' time. But domestic travel is looking up very well in India. So the weekend travel is happening. There were more than 10,000 people traveled to Rishikesh in 8 days, in the first 8 days of October. So there's a lot happening in domestic travel. People are preferring short-term destinations. They're just picking up their car and then just driving away to hotels. future of this domestic travel looks very promising. I think it was a long overdue too.
And finally, my last question for the day, Mr. Narula. What are the top 3 things that need to be addressed in India in the next 12 months?
There are multiple challenges I think the industry is going to face. What I can probably list on the top is COVID, which is really taking a lot of time, and reoccurrence of this virus is worrisome for this trade. In between, we saw some great bookings coming from Europe, and then reoccurrence of happened. The booking went down a bit, but that's the biggest worry in India because markets, destinations is opening up, and if reoccurrence happen, it's going to create a major issue. And because of that, there's a very slow recovery. Opening of international, which is very, very ambitious right now because all these bubble agreements that are happening at the last minute, the travelers are very, very wary about. Even those with the just to travel on a family reunion, etc., they are also taking their time to make up their mind to travel. So there has to be some certain kind of stability there. Last, what I can see is the biggest worry probably is a business traveler. A business traveler is missing from action right now. There is no business traveler. They are getting used to Zoom calls instead of all these physical meetings they were used to. So if this becomes a phenomena and all the technology companies and the large companies start working from home, continue to work from home, and even if they cut down their travel, it is going to be a bigger challenge for the industry actually, because business travel accounts for a very large segment of this business actually. So these are the important issues. Rest are taxation, etc., which are probably needs some streamlining, but never mind. All that needs a clarification only. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you, Mr. Narula. So really thank you very much for all your views and unique inputs, and congratulations once again. So that concludes today's interview. Thank you again, Mr. Narula, and congratulations from WTM and Draft Talk. I would now like to formally present to you your certificate. Congratulations once again. I think this is really, really good.
Thank you, Nikhil. Thank you. Really appreciate. It's a privilege to get this certificate and to be recognized in the travel trade. I really appreciate. It's almost like a lifetime achievement for us. Thank you so much. We at GRN Connect, along with my team member, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Narula, and thank you everyone for watching. Don't forget to find out more through Draft Talk, Tourism Breaking News, and Travel TV. Have a good day and have a good evening, everyone. Thank you.